Now, let me explain. There are free money programs called grants. Okay, that's what these government programs are. This is when you apply for the money and the money is given to you by the government. You never have to pay it back.
You never have to pay it back.
Correct.
Okay.
The next one is called entitlements. This is where you get money from the government that you probably don't even know that you're entitled to. The government will pay you, but you have to fill out a form. These are entitlements. Most people are entitled. Again, 20 million people got money last year from the government, but 140 million people qualify. That means there's 120 million people out there that aren't applying, even though they're due money from the government.
And what is an entitlement? What does that mean?
These are programs where the government sets up in these bills that no one ever reads and no one ever talks about, where the government says, we're going to give money to senior citizens. If you're a certain age, you get a certain amount of money from the government. It could be some a program that gives you free money, free medical assistance, free legal help, some type of check that comes in. It could be a couple $100s, a couple $1,000, so they're entitlements. There's also direct payments from the governments that, again, you don't know about unless you find where they're at and then you can apply for them. Then there's all the foundations. There's the 100,000, close to 100,000 foundations. But then there's also what's called lost money. There's money, if you ever owned a bank account, yes. Have you ever had a job, got a paycheck? Yes. Have you ever bought insurance, car insurance, life insurance, medical insurance? Yes. Have you ever bought any products from any stores? Yes. Have you ever had a relative die? Have you ever had any stocks, bonds, or any investment accounts, any IRAs? If you said yes to any of those questions, have you ever had a mortgage? If you said yes to any of those questions, there's a chance there's some money out there that you're entitled to. It's called lost money. And that's what I did. I went on the internet and I said, there's no way I have any lost money.
Right. Okay?
I didn't forget money in a bank account. I don't have any lost money. I used the technique. I got 2 checks, $253. This took 15 seconds, and over $1,500, and it was impossible.
You don't need money, but a lot of folks listening out there right now are thinking, my gosh, we're in a really tough situation economically.
Yes.
I could use some free money.
Yes.
So, okay, I can understand you having access, but how does everyone else get access?
120 million people have access to money and they're not applying for it. And let me tell you what the government agency says. Here's what the director of one of the major U.S. government agencies says. This is the director of one of the largest United States government agencies. All it takes is a few simple steps, and the payment can be on its way. The sooner people file, the faster they'll receive their money. That's the U.S. government saying they have money, we want to send it to people, but they have to apply, they have to fill out the form. Some of these forms are just a half page.
That's incredible.
But you have to know where the forms are.
Yes.
And the forms are there. Here's another one here. Our new website is a call to action. It's your money. They're holding money for you. It's up to you to claim it. The online search is easy, and you can start the claim process immediately. The average claim gets to you in little than 30 days. So in 30 days, you can get money. They're holding $2 billion, this one agency, of unclaimed property that is owed to people. It's just sitting there with their name on it. All a person has to do is apply, see if it's there. And when I did this, I said, there's no way I have money coming to me. I got $253 and $1,500. But there's more. Right out of the book, I tell all the stories. Okay, we have a fellow right here in the office. He just sent me an email. He says he did the same technique. He got $273. Used the same technique. Another guy got $50 in 30 seconds. 30 seconds using this one technique. There was another gal who used one of the techniques in the book. She said she was sitting there, she needed cash, she used the technique, and she got $2,800. $2,800, and the technique that she used took her less than 1 minute to apply.
Okay, but you're making that sound so simple, and I have to tell you, it's making me very skeptical, and I think a lot of people out there are probably feeling the same way.
Well,
how could that possibly be in 1 minute, you fill out a form and you've got money coming your way?
Here's the guarantee. If you're watching right now, this is the book. It's my book called Kevin Trudeau's Free Money They Don't Want You to Know About. You don't have to get books that are this tall. You saw all the books. You don't have to read all this information. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on information. You don't have to go to seminars and spend thousands of dollars. You can get the information here. It's streamlined and it's simple, and it'll show you how to get money. Grants, entitlements, money from the government, over 4,000 government programs, an additional 15,000 different programs, and over 100,000 sources of free money that is available to you. And here's the guarantee. Misha, you said it. Skeptical. Here's the guarantee. Buy the book. it's $29.95. We'll send you the book, and in 30 days, if you don't see, you're going to get at least $500 in just 30 days. If you're not getting $500, if you don't see $500 cash coming in by using these techniques in the first 30 days, send it back for a full refund, no questions asked. That's the guarantee. But I'm going to throw in a few other things as well. Some people are familiar with my first book, Debt Cures. They don't want you to know about it. Over almost 1.5 million people have purchased this book. This shows you how to get out of debt, how to reduce payments. This book is a $29 value. When you get the free money book, I'm going to throw this one in absolutely free. It's a $30 value. And I'm going to throw in 25 easy ways to $5,000. This shows you how, without ever leaving your house, you can be making up to $5,000 a month. 25 easy ways to do that. They're pretty much home-based businesses without investing a lot of money. 25 easy ways to start bringing in over up to $5,000 a month without ever leaving your house. That's free right now. So, unconditional guarantee, not available in the stores yet. The programs that are coming out from the government are radically changing, so make sure when you call, you ask about my monthly updated newsletter, which gives you all the updates on all the new free money programs. A lot of these programs, you have to get in first in line in order to get the money. And by the time it's published and you hear about it, time is up. So when you ask the operator about my newsletter, you'll be first, and we have some email alerts as well that you can get, so you'll be first in line to get some of these money programs.
So right now, who are the people, if this is all new information to myself anyway, who are the people that are actually taking advantage of these programs right now and getting the money?
Those who know and apply. Again, I've never applied for any of these programs. You've never applied, right?
No, but I will.
No, seriously. And when I was researching this book, we were talking about doing this. Now, by the way, people say, well, you're just selling the book. I take no money on the sale of this book. I get no royalties. I don't get a penny when a person buys this book. I'm doing this as a public service to people that need it. Right now, we're in one of the greatest economic downturns in the history of our country. Nobody's talking about it really on television. It is going to get worse for the next 5, maybe even 10 years. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. People are going to be struggling. Nobody's talking about the statistics. 70% of Americans, 70%, in the next 2 to 5 years are either going to lose their job, get their income reduced from their job, take a pay cut, or be reduced from full-time to part-time. 70% of Americans. And what's happening is the government is passing bills like this, saying, look, people saying it's socialism. I'm not getting into the politics. The fact is the United States government is saying we need to provide money to people for various things because the economy is going to get worse. They don't want to have a Great Depression where people are in breadlines.
Right.
So they're giving money to people, and so the number of programs that the federal, state, and local governments are initiating keeps going up and up and up.